Welcome back to Premium Barbers. I'm Miguel. Today we got a special guest, Joel. He's gonna be talking about himself a little bit. He's a bodybuilder, champion, and he's gonna be going where? Where are you gonna be going in this next competition, Joel?
So this next competition is actually gonna be in Texas. I'm gonna be doing the nationals. That'll be for my pro card in classic physique.
Woo, so look for him over there at Texas. You know, he's gonna bring that title back to Salinas.
Yeah, coming back a pro.
Heck yeah. All right, Joel. So what kind of haircut would you like today, dude?
We're gonna keep it the same as we always do, man. The mid fade, box up the top, a little bit up the top, and we're good to go.
Heck yeah. So Joel, who are you before the haircut, and what do you want, and who do you want to be after the haircut?
You know, I'll be honest with you, Miguel. I'm kind of the same person with and without. I feel like the only difference is that I feel a little bit more, I guess you could call it a little bit more confident. You know, I feel, because since I look my best, I'm kind of just like, hell yeah. Like, I'm looking good, I'm feeling good. So yeah, I want to say I'm still the same person.
I like that. See, so I feel like the same way as you when it comes to the haircut. You know, like I feel more confident.
It's just the confidence. You're
Yeah.
looking good, man. You're feeling good. It's one less thing to worry about. I know my haircut's looking good, so I don't gotta worry about my hair. It's one less thing to worry about, right?
Oh, for sure, man. So what plans do you have for this weekend, man?
Tomorrow, Disneyland, man. So believe it or not, this happened. This trip kind of just came out of nowhere. I'm huge into Star Wars.
Okay.
You know, yesterday was May the 4th. Be with you, so.
Yeah, I have heard about that.
So
You know, I'm not a big fan of that, but I do like some of the movies. But when I heard that, it didn't make no sense, right? But then I looked it up and I was like, what? The Force be with you. Okay. Yeah.
So they're doing a little Star Wars night on like they shut down the park just and they make everything Star Wars related. So yeah, we're like, oh, let's go.
Sounds like a lot of fun, man. Little Southern California trip. Are you gonna be driving or flying over there?
We're driving there, yeah. Drive there, enjoy a couple days out there, 3 days and then on Saturday we'll come back.
Oh, that's nice.
Just me and the wife.
Oh man, when you have kids, they're gonna be lucky kids, man. For sure, they're gonna want to go every 4th of May.
You know, so me and my wife, we don't have any kids, and we love Disneyland. And I don't think we would take our kids out there until they're old enough to remember it.
Oh,
I think we would drop them off at Grandma and Grandpa, so we can go to Disneyland.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, the way we kind of work Disneyland, and we hit ride after ride after ride, so we're moving nonstop. So we don't. I mean, we've gone with my sister and my nieces and nephews, and you know they gotta take breaks here and there. They want to eat here and there, and we're kind of like on a mission.
Oh, I see. You guys want to hit every single one there.
Every ride, and then we like the scary rides. So I mean, I wouldn't say scary, but fast rides, drops. So we're trying to hit those as often as we can.
Oh, dude, you're already scaring me because I'm a pussy when it comes to rides. I just can't do it.
Have you been out there?
I've been to Disneyland a few times, but it's just like, ever since I could remember when my parents used to take me, like I just couldn't ride the rides. Like it's a scary thing for me. I always like talk about this one ride where it's like, it's a big screen, right? You're supposed to be riding like an airplane or something, but you see the floor and there's like seats, right? Like
I think I know what you're talking about.
and that one scares me, and I could see the freaking floor, dude. So that's what I mean. Like, no, rides for me, like they're a big no-no. So I'm glad you found somebody, you know, a partner that is able to ride with you. Because man, I would not be that friend for you.
Yeah, my wife was awesome. She's all about it. We kind of have like the same thought process when we're out there. We went out there once with my sister invited us. She was like, hey, why don't you guys come out Disneyland with us? And we're like, yeah, we can go. So we went out there, and man, we just had a blast. And like ever since then, we try to go as often as we can.
So you guys get those fast pass too?
Yeah, We actually have the season pass.
Okay.
So we don't have the most expensive one, so there is days that we can't go, but there's plenty of days for us to go, and we try to go when we can.
No, Disneyland is definitely a fun place, but it could be stressful, right? You're waiting online all the time. Well, you have kids, but adults, I think it would be a little bit different.
Yeah, that's kind of like why we're like, you know what? This is good, just the two of us. Yeah, the first time we went, that's kind of, we went to like the Star Wars section, and my wife had never seen Star Wars before. And that kind of like brought out like the inner, because when I was a kid, I used to love Star Wars.
Yeah.
And that kind of like reminded me of Star Wars. And man, when we got back, I showed her all the movies, and she liked it, and I was like, oh man, this is awesome watching them again. And I just got like that love for Star Wars just kind of came back.
Yeah, so you guys had like a little mini marathon of the movies then, huh?
Yeah, and I kind of showed her like the most, like if you're a Star Wars fan, there's a way to show the movies. And I showed her like the most unconventional order. We started off with I think like 7, 8, 9, and like she kind of understood it. And then we went to 3, which is my favorite one. And then we went back to 4, 5, and then we went back to 1 and 2. So it was all over the place.
But is that like an order where like a non-fan will be able to understand?
No. So I even tell her I was like, oh man, I screwed it up for her. So we watched it like that, and then we had to rewatch like the last 3 again. Yeah, no, I think like the way to watch it is the way it originally came out, which is 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, see, like me personally, I have not watched every single movie, but I have watched some of them. So maybe I need to give it a chance.
Yeah,
I am a sci-fi guy.
Yeah, if you're a sci-fi guy, you're gonna love it, because the world of Star Wars is crazy.
Yeah, I always have loved that futuristic stuff. Because in a way, we're almost living there.
Yeah. No, it's technically it's like during our time. It's just in a galaxy far away.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's usually our number 1 spot. And then Star Wars night, a specific night just for Star Wars. We're like, man, we gotta go. We gotta go check it out. So we did our research, watched some YouTube videos from the past years, and then they had it 3 other nights already. But this is the last night they have it. So we have a little game plan set up.
Oh, there you go. Man, that's actually a question that I had for you, What's something that people wouldn't know just by looking at you. And
Yeah.
I guess, I've been cutting your hair for a while, and I didn't know that you were such a fan of Star Wars.
Yeah, huge Star Wars.
So you see him more buff guys, but this guy's a geek inside.
Yeah, I know. My cousin, he was asking me what I was doing. Oh no! I think we were talking about something else, and I was like, "Oh, we're going to Disneyland," and he's like, "You're going to Disneyland?" He's like, "Oh, I hate that place," and I'm like, "Man, it's like the most fun I ever have. Like, I love going out there." And he's like, "Man, you're too buff to be going to Disneyland."
Hey, well, like that, push people out the way.
Yeah, people will move.
I think you might even get away with cutting in line.
Yeah, like, oh, this is my spot. I was here first.
So if you guys are watching this and you guys see him in Disneyland, please move out the way.
I'm gonna be running for sure. Another thing I would say that most people don't know about me is that I'm like huge into technology.
Okay.
Like growing up, I got into computers. I know nowadays it's not too crazy, but I built my computer when I was like back in 2008 when I was still in high school. I've always played video games here and there. Well, I would say a lot back then. Now it's more here and there.
Oh, so to this day you still play some video games?
Oh yeah, yeah. I actually play League of Legends, which is probably like one of the nerdiest games out there. But man, I've been playing that game for about 13 years, and
Wow.
it's one game that like I'll take breaks here and there, but I always come back to it.
So what's this game about? Because I've never heard of this game.
Man, it's extremely like complicated, but basically it's 5 versus 5, and you have to kind of like work your way into the enemy's base and destroy like their they call it the nexus. So, but there's so many characters, and each character has so many abilities, and then as you progress in the game lasts about right now like 30-40 minutes. Like you have to buy items, and depending on how you buy items, it changes like how your abilities work and how strong they are. And there's 5 different roles, so like everybody has a role in each in the game. So it's like a lot of thinking, a lot of like mechanics where like the point like how fast you can press the buttons, and you gotta like outsmart your opponents, and it's hard for somebody brand new to get into the game, but I feel like once you get the grasp of it, which will probably take you a while, it's a lot of fun.
No, that sounds like fun, man. I love like those adventure games, RPG type.
Yeah, it's kind of like that in a way, but it's each game only lasts, like I said, 30-40 minutes. So once it's over, you start at the beginning. So go to like the beginning where you're still weak and you're leveling up, and then you get super strong towards the end. And depending on how well you're doing, you can be a lot stronger than the other people in the game. So you're just kind of taking over. Or sometimes you're the one that you played bad and you made one of their players super strong. So it's a little toxic too. There's a lot of trash talking from talking to your team.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're an idiot, or you're talking to the enemy team and just talking trash. So it's a game, like I said, I've been playing for so long, and I had so much money invested. Like when I was younger, I would most of my paycheck was going to was just buying stuff in the game. And I think one time I checked to see how much I had spent in the game, and it was over $1,000. And this game is free to play.
Yeah,
it's free. Like you just download it and you can play. But I was just spending money, and I was like, God damn, I need to stop.
Man, $1,000. You could have bought a whole console with that one.
Yeah, no, seriously, I could have bought. Yeah, this is back then, so I could have bought 2 consoles, really.
Yeah, see, like it's kind of like your life now. You work out to get stronger. You stop, you're not gonna be strong anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
So I see where you would like this. I thought people who work out, that's all they did. 24/7. So I'm over here thinking that you don't even sit down, but you're telling me the complete opposite. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the working out, I've been doing it since I was 18 years old, and 32 now, so 14 years. And I think in the beginning, I kind of I found out pretty quickly that I kind of like this, and I like seeing it change my body, right? Like I was a little overweight, and I wanted to be more fit, and I always had I didn't want to be like a huge bodybuilder, but I wanted to have some muscle on me. So I went into researching, and that's kind of like what I always do. I always like to research everything, whether it's a Disneyland trip, whether it's building my computer. I always try to put as much research as I can before I start it.
Yeah.
So I tried my best to kind of learn as much as I could, and apply it and see what worked, right? Because at the time there wasn't much science behind it back then. Where now you can, if you follow the right page on Instagram or on YouTube, they give out really good information that wasn't available back then. So I was kind of doing my own experiment and seeing what was working
on your own body.
Yeah, and I felt like everything worked to a point. And I started off with the no carb. I did the no carbs for a while, and then I did, I tried the keto, and then I tried the Mediterranean, and I tried the paleo diet, and I was like, oh man, this is tough, because when I was doing it, I was like 100% committed. That's all I was eating was that style of diet. And I think now I kind of realize, like, it's more of like what I do, not who I am. So just because I do bodybuilding, like, I try to still participate in everything. Like, I remember back then, like, I would sometimes wouldn't want to go out with friends because I was like, oh no, there's nothing for me to eat, so I'm not gonna go. Or I don't want to drink, so I'm not gonna go. Or like now I can go out with friends, with family, and, not eat and still have a good time. Or, bring my food or not drink alcohol and still be present with everybody,
Yeah, I like that because like sometimes we do avoid family and friends because they're not in sync with our own goals, but they got their own thing going on, and we shouldn't shelter ourselves just because they're doing things differently.
100%, yeah. So it took me a little bit to kind of realize that, and, now it's like I say, like, bodybuilding it's what I do, it's not who I am.
Yeah, man, I like that. See, that kind of brings me back to the next question that I have for you, right? What's the challenge you went through that actually made you better?
I would say, like, the biggest, like, turning point that was like a complete challenge was like breaking my collarbone. So so this is like to make a long story short, I was into mountain biking, and to a point I still am. But at that time, I was trying to be the most. I was trying to jump as high as I could. I was feeling confident. I would basically let go of the brakes.
Yeah.
I was trying to go as fast as I could, and we went out to Salinas Obispo.
What's going on? Hey, morning, dude.
And on our last run, I was trying to set my PR for the day, and ended up crashing and broke my collarbone.
Oh man,
that was a day. So at the time, I was still working at. I was mountain biking, and I was also doing boxing. So I was doing everything I could, and then just staying active, and I was enjoying it. And from doing everything to being stuck on the couch for about 2 months.
2 months. It took you that long to recover?
Yeah, I had to get a surgery. So right now I do have like a metal plate in my collarbone.
Dang.
And that sucked. But I remember a week before I went to the doctor for them to like clear me. I was like, oh, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna start working out again. So I kind of went back into it real light, kind of slow. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, yeah, you're good. Just start off slow and get back into it. And after that, I kind of went on a little mission just to kind of like get back to how I was, because I felt like I lost a lot of size. Obviously getting a little bit fat. I just wasn't happy with like how I looked, and I felt like it wasn't me. So, and going from not being active to active again was definitely a little tough. But after I kind of like regained something like strength in my body composition back, that's when the first time when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take it up on stage, and I'm gonna try to compete.
Yeah, so from having a broken collarbone, recovery, to just saying one day, you know what, I'm gonna compete.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That's a big leap right there.
Yeah. And I had always told myself I didn't want to compete before that, because I was like, oh, I don't want to step on stage and like be judged compared to other people. Like, that's not like why I work out. But something about it, just like I was like, you know what, like I'm gonna prove to myself that I can get to like that shape and that form. And yeah, I did it. And the first time I competed, I competed in 3 categories for the first timers. The first time competing ever, and I got first place. People who have never won before, I got first place. And then people who, or the open, so basically anybody can be in there. And that one I got second place.
So 2 first places and 1 second.
Yeah, for my first competition.
Man, so that kind of like boosted up, like, like, oh man, I better keep doing this, or you were like, okay, I'm done.
No, I was like, hell yeah, like, so I got a lot of good feedback from a lot of people. You know, people from the stands who didn't even know me. They were like, hey man, like you have a future in this. Like you did really good. Like for a first timer, like you look good. And you know, I felt like I felt pretty proud about that just because I was like, oh, like, people from the stand or from people who are watching are like talking to me about this. You know, so
Yeah.
random people, not just like people, my friends or my family, you know, basically telling me what I would expect them to tell me.
Yeah, like they gave you validation. Like, damn, like you're on track.
Yeah, so from there, you know, I was like, all right, let's get ready for another one. And then, well, that's kind of when I kind of changed my career, and I had to go out for about 12 weeks, and I wasn't really able to kind of control my diet. So I kind of put it on pause for a bit. But in the back of my head, I knew I was going to come back. And once I got like a little bit of stability back at work, I went for it again. And then this time, this was this past December, and yeah, again the feedback was, you're ready to go for like the big show, which is, you know, one of those ones they have to become a professional, and they have with those. I would say they have about like 5 a year.
And this is the one that you be going to in Texas right now.
Correct. Yeah, this is the one in Texas. So this is a pro qualifier. If I win this one, you consider a pro. And it kind of just opens it up a lot.
I love it, man.
Win or lose, though, I feel confident in myself. You know, I think being a professional is more so like talks about your habits and like how you proceed with the sport. I think whether I get it or not, like I kind of realize that I kind of do everything already. You know, I try to maximize my training, I maximize my nutrition, and I maximize my rest and recovery.
And it shows, man, because when you pull up, man, like you wearing clothes, but I could see the muscles through your clothes, man. All right, so the next question I have for you is, what's something that you're dealing with right now that you don't usually talk about?
I guess I would say like being like my fatigue and like being tired, because it definitely is. It gets draining, especially as you get lower body fat percentage. Your body doesn't want to function as much. A little bit more brain fog. But I try not to use it like as an excuse, because like I said, this is what I do. It's not who I am. So I try to like continue doing everything that I used to do, regardless of how I'm feeling. So if I'm tired, you know, sometimes I get a little quiet, but I think for the most part, I just try to continue going and without telling people that I'm tired. Even though most of the time they can see it in my face.
Yeah. So you have a routine and you don't break your routine.
I don't. Regardless of how I'm feeling, I'm sticking to it and I'm doing everything I need to do.
See, right now, by you saying that, you giving me motivation, because, you know, I've been trying to work out myself, and there's days when I really don't want to get up, right? Like, the last time you were here, we were talking about recovery days and stuff like that, right? And I never thought about it. I thought it was just, I was always going to be tired, and that's just the way it is when you're working out. But right now that you're telling me, as somebody who's going to go pro pretty soon, you know, it's all right to feel tired. It's all right to feel unmotivated. But you got to just get up and, you know, do the best you can, right?
Do the best you can. As long as you do what 100% is to you, you're doing good.
I love that, man. So what is it that, you know, like keeps you motivated? Is there like a someone or a thing, or is it just your inner dog that, you know, you're just like, I gotta go get this done?
I think it's a little bit of that, a little bit of the inner dog. Like I told myself I was gonna do this, so I'm gonna do it. But it's also my wife. My wife is like my biggest motivation in the sense of she knows exactly how I'm feeling. Like that's somebody I do open up to, and you know, I feel like she always has the right thing to say. And you know, as people who like work out, like there's like that meathead mentality, right?
Yeah.
And we find it kind of funny. Like we'll joke, like as we like saying that we are like that type of people, or we do have like that alter ego So we'll say things to each other that most people wouldn't get, but the meatheads would understand. So I'll give you an example. One of the founders is Z's, and he kind of like started this like aesthetic movement.
Yeah.
And he used to make videos on YouTube, funny videos. Like he would just talk to the camera. And he's like, don't be a sad cunt, be a sick cunt.
Yeah.
Like start working out. Like there's no reason to be a sad cunt. There's no reason to be a fat cunt. Like be a sick cunt. Look good. And so we'll tell each other that stuff, and that we want to be sick cunts. And to us it's funny, and it is a little bit like for Z's I'm gonna do this.
I love that, man. That's something for our audience right here that could take home and use it. Like even when you don't want to do something, there's times when I don't want to come to work and cut hair, and I love cutting hair, but I just gotta push myself, be like, hey, I gotta be there. I gotta make sure the clients look good, so they can feel good and go win competitions like the one that you're gonna go to.
Yeah, so when you do competitions, they look at everything, and I do want to say that my haircut was on point that day, so as it is always. So I want to say that definitely helped out.
Thought it was extra love that time.
Yeah.
Good save.
Be honest. Let's just keep it honest.
He just never like push you back a little bit.
Do you come for the haircut? Do you come for the conversation, or you just come to to unwind?
I think a little bit of all three, man. Like I definitely enjoy the way my hair looks. I feel like every time I do get a haircut by you, man, I'm like hell yeah, like Miguel got me good, like it's perfect. So that's for sure one. And then the conversation, I mean, since I came in, I remember my first time coming in, I think ever since then, it's always been like such a chill environment. And, you're pretty easy to talk to, Miguel, so I always felt welcomed in here. And just barbershop in general, just a cool place to be at.
Man, I appreciate it. I hope you're not just saying that because we're on camera, man, but I really appreciate those words, man. Because not just me, but all the guys right here at the shop, they try, to make this a welcoming environment, where man become boys or boys become man, whichever direction they're going, but it is a place that we do take pride on what we do, and we want to be a staple in the community where people, whether it's guys, girls, kids, they feel welcome when they come in here.
Definitely. I mean, I tried bringing my nephew that one time, and he loved it too. He was everything I told him as we were walking out. I was like, hey, remember what happened in the barbershop stays in the barbershop. And he took it to heart, because when my sister asked him like, how was it, he didn't want to tell her anything.
He didn't budge.
Yeah, he didn't budge.
Well, let's hope that we weren't talking about anything, inappropriate.
Oh, definitely not.
So when do you feel the most confident version of yourself?
I would say like I'm overall a pretty confident person. But the most I gotta say was the fresh haircut, good fit, and I'm with my girl.
Woo, yeah. I love that, man. So there's moments when you're out and I don't know, man. I don't know if you're that jealous type, but you notice when other people are looking, and they're like, oh, I got her, I look good. I got this beautiful girl right next to me. I feel good. No matter what you do, what you say, you can't take her.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. It also helps out a little bit if I worked out and got a little pump going on. So.
Oh, of course. There was once upon a time that we talked about doing like a little skit where you ripped the shirt, and kind of got mad because I messed up your hair, but we never went through.
Yeah, we still got to do it one of these days.
I'm gonna go crazy with this clip right now.
what decision have you made in your life that made it better or worse for you?
Man, I feel like every decision has a consequence, right? Whether it be good or bad. So that's kind of like a little bit of a tough question. But I think like the biggest thing for myself was choosing to work out. You know, I think having a fit body kind of says a lot about yourself. So people, and I see it, you know, especially where I work, where there's people with a little bit more, I guess you would call it like seniority, who've been in the job a little bit longer than me.
Mm-hmm.
They'll treat me differently than they treat people who don't look like they work out and have the same amount of time as I do. And I think it's more of like a level of respect that kind of comes along with it. And that's something I've noticed, and it's something like, damn, like, you know, working out, you know, not only just changed my own mindset, but also changed like the way people look at it. And, you know, I kind of look at it too, you know, when I see somebody who's fit, at least for somewhat, I have an idea of what they're going through and how long they've been consistent, and, you know, the fact that they proceeded with this delayed gratification. You know, they continued working, and that's where they're at currently. And most of these people, you know, they're still working at it, so they're only going to get better.
Yeah.
But it's more of like you know, what you're going to do, what you're doing today, what you're putting yourself through today, you're not going to be able to see it until a couple months later down the road. And I feel like that's kind of hard for a lot of people, where nowadays everything is instant. You want things quickly, you want things now. And this is something that you're not going to get until a while. So to be able to be consistent and realize that you're not going to be where you want to be until later down the road, you know,
I kind of like it like that.
it kind of like just gives, I guess you would say like it gives people more respect for you.
You know what? I feel like working out is kind of like investing, right? Like at the beginning, people are not gonna see it, right? But if they invest a little bit at a time, you know, eventually they are gonna get that bank account that they always wanted, or that body that they always wanted.
Sometimes I feel
It
like
kind of
that,
goes
you know?
hand in hand, right? Like this, I mean, like you said, like the bank account, like you're not going to become a millionaire overnight. You have to make the right moves. You have to do the right research. You have to know what you're doing with the money.
Yeah, okay.
And it just takes time to get there. If you don't have a plan, or if you're not staying consistent, you're not going to get there.
Yeah, that's definitely true, man. Like, I always compare it to barbering. There's a lot of people who are, you know, showing up in my feed on YouTube, Instagram, and, you know, they're doing a clean fade, and then we have a young guy who wants to get started. He tries to do a haircut one time, and the haircut cuts are messed up, and then they give up. You know, because they think, oh, well, I'm not doing it right. Like, I follow all the steps that person was telling me. They don't realize it took hundreds of haircuts to master the haircut, right? So bodybuilding, I just imagine it's the same way. I mean, I've been in a mission of working out myself, and like little by little, I do see the difference. But I've been going at it for a year. Obviously, not as hard as you've been doing it, but I could definitely tell the difference. My strength and everything. I'm always sore too, so I must be doing something. Right?
Doing something, yeah.
I can't believe I see you a bunch of.
Right.
Yeah, so definitely, I just think like overall, I mean, it kind of goes to like every aspect of life. Like you said, like, you know, barbering works. I mean, if you wanted to be like the best person at a video game, like it's not going to be an instant. It's just going to take time and practice.
Yeah. And I think that's what we forget sometimes. You know? It's not gonna be like a cup of noodles, 3 minutes and boom.
Now you're ready to eat, huh?
Mm-hmm. No, it's not like that. But as long as people understand it's a process, they'll get it for sure.
Yeah.
But also trying to improve in the process. If you stay stagnant and you just keep doing the same thing time over time, you're gonna get stuck. Even myself, with bodybuilding now, I'm still trying to learn as much as I can. I know a lot, but I'm always trying to learn more. And I'm always trying to apply those practices either to myself or to my clients.
So what we're doing is
Yeah,
that we're in
anything that you're doing live, you feel like that's it.
then next
You
year
have to be a
we're
forever student.
actually like the Wednesday.
Otherwise, you're just gonna get stuck. See, I gotta go back to barbing. That's exactly what we do, because there's always new styles coming out. There's different ways to style the hair, new products, new clippers, new tools, right? If we don't learn how to use them, or learn the new styles, yeah, we're gonna stay behind.
You know, it's funny. I think the last time I came in, I think Eric was talking about new clippers. And it's funny hearing like your guys' excitement in the clippers. Like for myself, like I don't know much about clippers. I just come in and take a seat. But you guys are always talking about the speed and the sound, and you guys kind of like geek out about it. And, you know, I think it's kind of cool because you know that's how I am with certain things too.
For sure, it's only that.
I love it, man. I'm pretty sure there's always new workouts that you look up and you're like, oh, I want to see if that would work out better.
Yeah, exactly. Little things here and there to either change the exercise or change the depth of the exercise. Yeah.
How much is it? They only have 5,000.
I just got this new it's called a wedge. So you place it under your feet when you do squats, and it like allows you to get deeper into a squat without like having knee pain. I got this about 3 weeks ago, and man, I'm like, every time I'm doing legs, I'm like, oh, I can't wait for leg day. And I only do it on one exercise, and so I only use it once a week. But man, every time I said it's coming out,
So, have you seen the results of it? Like it's definitely working.
Would you like to
it's
be
working in the sense of I can feel the difference when I use it and when I don't. The weight feels heavier on my quad muscles compared to like having the attention go to my knee. And now there's no pressure on my knee at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that.
Oh, it's awesome.
Dude, it's just crazy, bro. Like it's just most of it.
So where do you see yourself 3 to 5 years from now?
I definitely see myself with the promotion at work. I'm always like trying to progress in life one way or another. I know with work that's going to be my next step. But as far as bodybuilding wise, I definitely see myself being a pro. How far I want to take it as a pro, it still hasn't really been clear to me because it's definitely like a big step up compared to like competing in amateurs. I'm definitely gonna give it a shot first and kind of go from there.
Yeah.
So tell me, what benefits come of becoming a pro?
Yeah, no.
You know what, I wouldn't say it's kind of like becoming a pro in bodybuilding is kind of like becoming a pro in golf. Like I'm pretty sure you cut somebody's hair. It doesn't really mean as much
minimum 20 G's.
other than your
And that's just for cooking and all the basic shit, all the extra shit costs more.
But I do think if you're a good pro, or I mean,
Yeah,
you can
even
be a good
more.
amateur too.
Yeah, I know.
Sponsorship kind of open
I know
up.
some
People will have
he got married over in Pebble Beach. That
to
shit
show
was
off their
80
brand.
G's. Oh my God.
Especially since these pro shows are so few of them.
It was, I bet it was
They're highlighting a little bit more. Amateur shows.
Yeah, he was telling me, nah, that wasn't right.
Just in our area, we have one a month.
Yeah,
This in the area. If you go down south to LA, or down south to LA, they have their own set of one a month. You go up to other states, they have their own set of one a month.
Yeah.
Where these pro shows, they just have one. So people from all
Right here,
over.
you get in there Tuesday. The first day back.
Their goal is to win these pro shows, to get an Olympic.
I don't know.
It's basically like the Super Bowl. Why?
Yesterday was a good reset.
Heck yeah.
Something like.
I know you're gonna be coming back with that title back home, man.
Went back to the gym.
Oh, for sure. It's already on
I went to the gym yesterday. And I was like, what?
Not only are you manifesting, I'm manifesting forever. I've got 2 more questions for you. The next one is, if you could talk to your younger self, what would you tell me?
Just keep going. I think that's like the biggest difference in my life was, you know, regardless of how I'm feeling, just keep doing what you have to do. There's a lot of emotions will come in, especially being younger. And I think if you just ignore them and just set your eyes on what you need to do and get it done, you can take it as far as you want to.
Yeah, I feel like all of us, we take something from that.
You wanna go by one?
Because I wish I could go back in time and tell myself, just keep at it.
Kind of like that. There was things that I kind of got into, and you know, I wasn't feeling it. And I just stopped.
Here in town?
Yeah.
And you know, who knows what I would have changed back then if I would have kept going.
Because I posted La Papa, right? Because I did a little before and after. And then he commented in my post.
So when people talk about you and you're not in the room, what do you say? And what do you want them to say about you?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't care what you say. I don't care. I know who I am, and I think that to myself, that's all that I care about.
There you go. Yeah, a lot of us need to be more like you right there, man. A lot of us don't do anything that we want to do in life because we're paralyzed by what they say, right? Like, and I feel like if we just follow that advice, have you heard of Al Carlton? We'll be able to get more things done. That's what we want to do, not because she wanted me to do what he wanted me to do. Well, they are preaching.
I think at the end of the day, regardless of what you're doing, everyone's gonna have their own opinion.
Everything's just good for you.
As long as you stay true to yourself, that's all that really matters.
But I bought I didn't know that they sell creatine gummies.
The pill form or whatever it is.
Well, I bought the gummies.
Yeah.
Kill smack too.
Thank you for sharing.
Because honestly, like if I have to put it in a drink, sometimes I
all
forget.
this with the audience, man. I know a lot of people are gonna get value out of this, and this is what I like doing
So I
these
made a protein
conversations.
yesterday. I don't know if it's working.
It's been a while since I posted something like this, but I think it was
Guess what
time
flavor?
overdue.
Have you tried the Ghost though?
And you've been the perfect candidate to bring this back, because
They have an
there
Oreo
was a lot of
flavor.
things that you were said that people are gonna,
What the heck?
relate to.
Because I'm used to like vanilla, chocolate.
Maybe use it in their own lives. If they're, trying to work out,
vanilla's
trying to
not
learn
just
a new skill.
You can mix it with
I
anything.
mean, it's all related.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna have some.
No way, yeah, you're right. It is all related.
I love the banana bro, some cinnamon.
I appreciate you having me on, man. I know we've been talking about this a little bit, and I remember, even though I said what happened in the barbershop, same thing in the barbershop.
doing
You
fast.
told me the first person I told my wife, I was like, oh, Miguel wants to do this with
For the
me.
most part, yeah.
So are you eating a lot of protein?
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
man.
Like what you are eating?
Well, when we have that goal, it's just certain things that gotta get done. People to certain stuff.
Not really, bro. I just,
If it's something good, please share it.
I was, but I'm not really too much.
Because I think longevity wise, it's like, fuck, well, I don't want to be scared of everything all the time.
And hopefully I get to post this before your competition. So if you don't mind telling the audience where and when is this place gonna take place? I know you said it in Texas, but it's
So I started
is it televised?
Stream.
Is it on TikTok?
Ya me empezó a decir, I was like, oh, dude,
Stream.
you're gonna have to like,
I'm
your
not too
protein
sure
shake
what
better
the
be double
website is. I
scoopy.
know it's off
You're not even getting
the promoter's website. They have a stream for it. First day.
Yeah, and it's funny because I was like, I'm the opposite. I'm like, dude, I gotta get protein. Lower down my carbs.
Saturday.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for it myself.
Yeah, we cool. I'm definitely gonna buy it too. That way I can watch myself later. See how I did.
We're talking about bodybuilders, and another one just pulled up.
We got bodybuilder Will in here? What? X.
We're still waiting for the comeback, Will.
I will, bro, I will. I will. Except I don't have a good gym out there. The turn machine, that really works. I don't know, man. I'm hearing,
No, I can work out.
One of my uncles told me, what did you tell me, Miguel? Do you remember?
Excuses only sound good for those that make them.
Oh, yeah, man. Chill. What the heck? That hurt me. What are you trying to say, dude?
Nah, you're the one who told me to tell you about the quote, dude. I wasn't saying that. Will was saying that.
And my coaches, my trainers used to say, excuses are for losers.
Dang.
That's what he said.
Bro.
That sounds like
No
Ricky
one
Bobby
tag
right
over
there.
Hey, did I use this pepper last week? Is it cool if I use it? Nah, bro. Put it down. It's too powerful? It's only got 20,000 RPMs.
No más.
That's overkill already.
And then you want to give this that energy?
I did, Will.
I want to know what's your perspective of that.
Man.
After the video's over.
Yeah, I'll elaborate about it. We're coming to a closing right now.
Huh?
The beauty of editing, you know, we edit all this stuff out.
Right there on Constitution. Remember that red single cap?
Hopefully let's get it.
Hey, what did it
Eric
mean?
over here playing TikTok in the background.
What? Who is that? You remember who it was or no?
Nah, I don't remember.
Yeah, he was for sure. I wonder who it is. See something I don't remember that one.
The little one?
Yeah, it was like a ram, huh? Not a red ram?
No. Yeah,
like
video
single
of,
cap.
of you blinking
Probably a good one.
Instagram was TikTok.
Oh, Instagram?
Right now I'm gonna check if I am following you. I'm gonna download some of those videos and put some of those things in there.
Yeah, I think I have uploaded almost everything.
I'm about to show you, you know, or expose. That might bring a lot of our viewers.
I'm gonna have to leave here like in 3 haircuts. I'll do some yard work. Look like I took my pants off. I guess we're hosting Father's Day this year.
Man, this Joe was stuck, man. I almost had to go back up.
Is it the jar open? Yeah, how do you feel about peptides? Are they good or bad? Yeah? Yeah, what's that? Have you heard of that peptide? Say, I'm red something? What is it called? Reda?
Reda?
Have you heard of it? What do you think? Good stuff or not?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think I'll be honest, I think all peptides are good.
Uh-huh.
I think if they're applied correctly. But I do know that all peptides don't affect everybody the same. So what might work good for you might not work good for somebody else.
A lot of views are on that shit at work.
Well, yeah.
But I also think too that I don't think there's still not a lot of research done, so people don't know
Yeah,
what's
it's
gonna
not
happen.
like FDA approved or whatever.
Yeah, so people don't know what's gonna happen in the next couple of years
Yeah.
after being on it, you know.
Ah.
But there's for sure like a risk. But as far as like the results go, like I've seen like crazy differences in people.
Yeah, I started hitting the sign up too.
Do you have it?
You got amazing.
At the gym or you go?
Yeah.
Like I said, we go never miss, bro. Never miss.
You going?
Yeah,
Well, if you stay with us for this long, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys on the next one.